What's going on, everybody? If you don't know me, my name is Mike Coach, and I help you to stand out from the herd of sheep on social media and instead be the eagle that is flying over the herd of sheep in the opposite direction, okay? So what I want to talk about today is 4 different things that I learned studying psychology that we can implement into our videos and make them extremely effective on our viewers. Because the number one thing that we want our viewers to do when they watch our videos is take action on the information, right? Because why would they go and buy any of our products if they are not getting actual value from the free information that we are putting out on the internet? They will not. Because information is completely useless. You know, you can shove a textbook down somebody's throat, but that doesn't mean that they're going to get anything out of it. However, if you give them something to actually do and you use these 4 things that I'm about to talk about, then you are going to have a much higher success rate at getting your viewer to actually take action on what you're talking about. Now, before we get into this, I want to bring up headlines.luchimedia.com. Headlines are literally the most important thing in a video. They are the first thing that your viewer is going to see, and they are going to make judgments on your video before they even watch it based on the headline that you put on the video. And if your headline is bad, or if your headline is just not there, then people are not going to watch your videos as much, and therefore that could cause you to lose out on deals. So what I did is I made a training with 10 different headlines for free, completely free of charge. You don't need to pay anything for this training if you go to headlines.luchimedia.com. And these headlines, there's 10 of them, have generated 1.6 million views in total collectively with 1 post each. So if you're interested in upping your headline game, go to headlines.luchimedia.com. Anyways, let's jump into this video and get to it. Number 1, the first thing on the list is hope. And a lot of people don't foster any hope for the future in their videos for their audience. They make their audience not have any idea what their life is going to look like after they implement what they are talking about in the video. And I think this is a massive mistake, because you got to think about it. What makes you think that somebody will take action on your video if they don't even understand the importance of it? If they scroll on your video and they're like, okay, this is a new concept that I have never seen before. However, I don't understand the importance of it. So why the hell should I do this? They're not going to understand why it's so important and what they can get out of it. And therefore, they're just going to scroll on your video. So what you can do instead is foster hope for their future. So for example, this video that you are watching right now, you are going to be able to get your audience to take more action on the information that you talk about in your videos. That is what your life can look like after implementing what is in this video. So you need to take that same concept and apply it to every single video or image or whatever. Any text post that you put out should always be foreshadowing something for the viewer. Does that make sense to you? And number 2 is commitment and yes sets. So what do I mean by this? I mean that commitments create identity. So if we can get our viewers to commit to something, or if we can get our viewers to say yes to something, they are much more likely to not say no. Because they can't, because they created the identity of saying yes. Does that make sense? And so an example of a yes set is what I just did. I just said, does this make sense? And you were like, yes, Mike, that makes sense. And we can take those little phrases and keep using them in our language in order to make our audience more committed, right? Right? When you get to the commitment at the end of your video, when you say, hey, can you do this thing for me? Or, hey, will you do this right after watching this video? They are primed to say, yes, I will do this. And when you say yes to something, have you ever had that feeling where you can't break it? Like, I've literally made commitments that are so big that I knew that I didn't really want to do, and I couldn't back out of those commitments simply because the commitments are so strong. That sense, that force is so strong. And I think that we can create that inside of our audience by using yes sets in the first part of our video and then commitments at the end of our video to get them to say, yes, I will do this thing. And number 3 is speaking with intrigue and mystery. We want to keep everything a mystery, right? We want to be like, okay, if you do this, I want you to know that not a lot of people are doing this right now. You know, this is a super powerful thing. And if you do this, I can guarantee you that you're going to get a result that nobody else is getting. You know, that type of intrigue, that mystery, if you add it, it's going to add more importance. It's going to add to the value of what you are talking about in your video. Therefore, the viewer, since they understand that it's important, is likely to take more action on what it is because it's a secret thing that not a lot of people know. And if they do it, then they can use it on other people, just like in this video right now. And now let's get into number 4. The fourth thing that we can do to keep our viewers' attention and make them actually take action is use pattern interrupts. So to make it simple, a pattern interrupt is something unexpected that we do that changes our viewers' line of thinking to something else. They're like, whoa, what the heck is this guy talking about? Now, this is a little bit of an extreme example. Andrew Huberman, for example, is a neuroscientist, and he talks about like a lot of different things relating to the human body and how to be healthy and stuff like that. But if Andrew Huberman came on to a podcast, for example, and he said, hey, today we are going to talk about the role of water in the human body. And then the first thing that came out of his mouth after saying something like that was, hey, water is horrible for you. It's toxic for you. Oh my God, you should not drink water ever again in your entire life. That would interrupt people's pattern because it's so much different than what they are used to hearing. So what I'm suggesting is if you can find a way to take a general viewpoint that a lot of people agree with and then destroy that viewpoint by doing a pattern interrupt just like that, then you can now offer people a new perspective into your way of thinking about that general topic. Does that make sense? Now, here's a little challenge for you. I want you to go and make your next video and use all 4 of those things inside of that video. So hope, commitments, intrigue, and pattern interrupts. Use all 4 of them, and let's see what happens in your videos next time you post it. Have a good one.